First off, manga is not Chinese. That is just, oh my
I
god.
said Japanese.
So no, you did not. You said Chinese. That is disgraceful. You ignorant man. You know what, Colin? This
meant
is
Japanese.
the
I
white man
apologize.
being a white man and being wrong.
All I hear is criticize.
Oh my lord.
Criticize.
That's all I hear, and I'm sick of it. Okay, I'm sick of it. Fucking.
I think Arrin got the reference. I don't think Keith got the reference.
I know the reference. It's from Django. What are you talking about? I've seen the clip so many times.
He's just currently upset, so he's not worried about the reference. That's what it is.
I got the reference. That's why. Whatever.
You
know, Colin,
you got the reference. I don't think you were worried about. Oh, hey, I got the reference. You said, Colin. It was like, no, I'm making my point.
Like, bruh. You know what?
What was
Craig,
your point?
when did you join us?
What was your point?
Oh, Craig, shut up. Oh, Craig, when did you join us? Oh man, you got to knock before you come into the conversation, buddy.
That was awful.
I ain't gonna lie.
It wasn't awful. It was corny.
It was corny, but it made me laugh. I'm with it.
I did not hear you laugh, so.
He did.
Was I laughing in the microphone?
Yeah, he did. Just because you didn't laugh,
when I
Colin.
paid for this microphone, you gonna hear it.
I feel that. Oh lordy! All right, gents, here we are again. Sunday. It's windy as hell outside. Like I'm in a wind turbine. Oh my days.
You're not.
You ever been in a wind turbine?
Shut up. I don't need to have been in the wind turbine to know what it possibly could be like.
I actually think if you were in the wind turbine, you wouldn't feel the wind. Bitch.
What?
Some valid points. Maybe be made.
Wait. So wait. So Arrin, you've never been in a wind turbine either?
No, I've never been inside of a wind turbine.
Why are you asking me?
Because you just said it. I'm asking if you've done it. Just because I've never been to Alaska doesn't mean I can ask if you've been to Alaska.
Brother, see, and I hate when you
do your what examples. Is that analogy?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hate when you do your examples and your analogy. It just be so far-fetched. Why am I in Alaska? You know how far Alaska is?
Why are you in a wind turbine?
I could probably get to a wind turbine closer than I can Alaska.
Also, if you're inside a wind turbine, you will not be experiencing the wind outside of the wind turbine.
Like, brother, oh my days, fam.
What? I don't see the problem here with you. Like, you making it seem like I'm really answering some wild question. I asked if you've ever been in a wind turbine, and then the fact that I've never been in one has nothing to do with me asking if you've been in one. You just said you were in one.
I've just been having a very rough afternoon, and it's just
nothing
terrible.
Wrong
the
with
games I play just
it's not. It's just the analogies.
Yeah, the analogy was wild. The question, I'm a little emotional right now. Okay, we on a 6-game losing streak in NHL. Okay, I got hold in 2K earlier. I'm just going through a lot of emotion and processing all the L's that I've taken in between today and yesterday. So I'm over it.
2 things. 1, in the words of Shannon Sharp, you taking fresh hot L's, which I was a part of too. So it's funny. Number 2, what was the problem with my analogy? I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one.
Well, because it was just like there was nothing wrong with it. It was just like just out there. Like it's
far fetched for sure.
Yeah. Like that. What's it called?
Okay, so the people at home know what's happening right now. Understood. We on the same page.
So for the people at home, if you would like to join our Discord server, there will be a link in the bio and in the description of these videos and on YouTube, so you can see what we do during the show and after the show and even before the show. Because right now We
We just talk shit to each
we
other.
are having a very we're having a very productive conversation, and if you would like to be a part of that, now's your chance. Excuse me, but yeah. So 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 Colin, do you want to do your thing first, the whole new intro style thing, or
Sure, we
like I
could
know at
do
this
the
point
new
we're well
intro.
beyond it. Okay, so Colin, please start
Yeah,
us
I
off
mean,
with
we're a
the
little
new
past it.
intro.
Okay, first off, fuck you, Craig. And second, this
Not
is your
funny.
host, Colin. My song of the week
Mm-hmm.
is Ring Ring by Frito Bang and Kevin Gates.
Very nice. Arrin, it's your turn. What's your song of the week?
Oh, hi, my name is Arrin. I'm also a host. My song of the week is, since I'm late to the wave, but just started listening to it as of yesterday, Mutt Remix by Leon Thomas featuring Freddie Gibbs. Because I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Okay? I just want you to know.
Wow, Arrin, that's really fascinating. Well, I guess it's my turn now. Hi, everyone. Konnichiwa. My name is Marquise, and my song of the week is Thought I Was Dead by ASAP Ferg, because these hoes thought I was dead. Who lied? They thought I was dead. Who lied? Hold up. Wait a
If
minute.
y'all
Let
are
me
gonna
talk
talk
my
like these, y'all are both using some super Caucasian voices here. Like, what is the point of doing the intro if you're gonna mock it?
sarcastic. Being sarcastic.
Okay. So there was 2 points to it. One, I only did it because Keith started off with the, well, Aaron, it's your turn. I'm like, I don't know why. This
Hold
turned
up.
into a
And then
game show host. But
I was about to say, and I had to finish it, so I was like, "Fuck it, this is what I've been doing since we're gonna do." Next week it'll be different. Don't worry.
also I'm bringing
I
that
also
heat
was
next
watching
week.
what? Oh, you
So
said
I'm
you're
bringing
bringing
that
that
heat
heat
next
next
week.
week.
I already know what my song of the week is for next week. It's gonna make so much sense and it's gonna be on theme. So
There's gonna be
yes.
so much madness going on. Oh my god.
Better not let me go first.
Um,
Steal my song, I'm stealing you. End the story.
I mean, they got that half black right there. He gonna have that black eye. Shoot. But nah, what the hell is the show I've been watching on Crunchyroll? Was it Life Lessons with something Chunio Nissan? And that's how he starts off the show. He's always like, "Hey kids, konnichiwa. Well, guys, today," and I'm just like, you know what? That's kind of funny because I do like when I see people, I'll be like, "Hey, konnichiwa." I say random shit. Like I don't know any languages by heart. I just know like intros and like bad words, like most Americans do. Um, and I'll say some shit like that. So that's why I had to do that because that's why I felt like it was. Um, well, as I said earlier, here we are again. Another beautiful Sunday. It's 70 degrees right now. How's everyone's day going so far?
Oh, I'm pretty
69
good.
degrees.
Okay.
Uh huh.
Well,
Okay.
it's about
Okay.
the
Well,
same.
well, 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 well. When I look at my phone, it says
High is
70
70.
degrees.
The
I'm
high is 70, but
gonna
it's currently
screenshot this and
69.
put it in the Discord. It says currently it is 70 degrees. Okay.
Play yourself.
Okay. Arrin, please continue. How are you? How are we doing this afternoon?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, Got some good sleep last night. Before I fell asleep, started watching a new show. It's not new,
CPAP
but
stalls.
what?
CPAP stalls.
Yeah, the CPAP machine is
Not
working
his nickname, bro.
greatly. That's not a nickname. We ain't going just
Like
because
pap. Do
every
you like
time
pap smear stalls more?
no.
Oh, pass me. Yo, who?
Once again, Colin gotta take everything from like a 1 or a 2 to a 17 for no reason.
Last week. So you got that new pat machine or pat smear machine? Like, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Oh my days.
Sorry for wanting to keep myself on the track towards a better lifestyle. Hopefully not dying in my sleep. So yes.
I mean, honestly, you made it this long without it. If you haven't died in your sleep yet, I don't think you're gonna die in your sleep at all.
Yeah,
No, that's not how
no,
it works, Keys. Also,
not at all.
Listen, I'm
also, I have no problem with you getting a CPAP and taking care of yourself. That's a good thing. Your health comes first.
That is true.
Look, I'm not saying you have a problem with it. I'm saying that you will then take that and turn it into, ooh, how can we make this a joke? Or how can we turn it into like almost a negative per se?
Pap smear stalls. You didn't even get a pap smear. You got a CPAP. That's not the same
But you
thing.
know what's gonna be thought of when you see Pat Smear stall.
Bro. Oh my goodness. I gotta open my window.
Act like
A little
people
hot.
dumb.
It's getting a little hot in here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Getting a little steamy. Oh? Nah, I don't know. But nah, it's
Yeah,
getting a little steamy.
I don't know what you're
Hope the
talking
But
about.
that
Sixers
breeze is
keep
pretty good
losing.
though. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, the Sixers is all off cause, honestly. I don't expect much from them anymore. I don't really expect much from them, period. Like not any more as in like the rest of the season, but like also I don't really expect much from them as an organization anymore. Like it's just been year after year after year of disappointment. And it's almost been a decade. Actually, no, I think it's been about a decade, which is the same thing I just said. But it's been a decade since the
You know what?
15 squad,
I just
right?
want Jeffrey Lurie to buy the team and just tell him that Sixers are Howie Roseman's off-season project.
Bro, could you
Just spends
imagine?
time with them in the off-season.
But you give Howie like just one off season, and he's just like, all right, cool, you go, you go. We need to get
Picked.
you. How much to get you? Like that would be tough. That would be tough. And Howie, we trust. But
I ain't
no,
gonna
like
lie.
everyone. Go ahead.
Shout out to GOAT,
I,
Howie Roseman.
while I think Howie is a wizard, I don't think he could change the Sixers because part of me
You're a
doesn't
wizard,
believe.
Howie.
Huh?
Said you're a wizard, Howie.
Yes, Howie is a wizard, but still, I don't think the problem potentially with the Sixers is the salary cap management of the team. It is a problem they have, but it's mainly either they just have the worst medical staff, I think, potentially almost in sports, or B,
Yeah.
they just don't
But
know how to
Howie
play
would be
people.
in charge of changing that too.
I know he would be in charge of play, but he's more well known with the Eagles for drafting good talent and managing the salary cap so we can keep good guys. I think the Sixers, one
Sounds
of their
like
biggest
thing the
problems is
Sixers
nobody can
need.
stay healthy.
I don't think
Man,
guys are actually that injured this year. I think they just want to lose.
But at what point in time did it become that they just want to lose? Because I know Embiid was hurt for the longest. Paul George kept getting
Embiid
hurt.
actually was, and Paul George actually hyperextended his knee. We all witnessed that.
Okay, yes,
And
but
yeah.
then
once again,
once he came back and they were still losing, and they saw that this version of Paul George is worse than the Tobias Harris that we ran out of town, they were like, all right, we should probably shut him down.
okay. So once again, as I was saying, Eric injured. Eric Gordon got injured, and nobody knows what's wrong with him. Tyrese got injured. Like, granted, you can't stop injuries from happening, but it seems like guys keep getting injured and then they just magically disappear from the team for forever.
Right. I don't think they're
Yeah.
actually injured.
Or
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're
I,
actually injured. Like the
I know
team
that,
is
but
like,
like
okay,
the
like,
you got a small thing. All right, cool. Now you're not going to play again this year.
okay, but
or
once
like the
again, as I was
We'll
trying to
lose.
say, at what
We'd
point
rather
in time did
lose.
this start happening? It's not like this just happened within the past week.
it's
Eric
been all
Gordon's been
season.
gone for a minute now.
I don't think I've seen that
Yeah,
man
well,
play a game.
they saw him play on the court and they were like, God damn, this was a mistake. Get him out of here because we could open up another roster spot and somebody will be better.
Yeah, but like, I mean, for all that, it's like, what was the? See, my thing is, what was the point of getting all these people? Like, I know Paul George is a big name. I know Eric Gordon used to
We
be a
were
big name,
trying
especially
to
with
win
shooting.
this year.
Yeah, but like,
How to keep Embiid happy.
but that's the thing. Like, Embiid is not happy regardless.
He'd be
Like,
happy if they were winning games. If they were the 1 seed right now, he'd be happy.
well, yeah, but he would also have to be playing in order for that to happen. Like, bro, I'm looking at their stats right now. Rebound wise, they suck. Andre Drummond leads them with 7.8. You can't win a game without getting boards. That's number one. Turnovers. Like, you also have to, keep the ball, or how am I saying that? Prevent turnovers. You gotta. What's the word I'm thinking of? Oh my god, I'm drawing blanks.
They
You
get
gotta
the ball
protect the
away.
rock. Yeah, you gotta protect the rock. You can't get the ball away, right? And it's like they don't have a big man presence because obviously Joel is hurt, and so you gotta rely on Andre Drummond and what's his name,
Adam Bona.
Adam Bona. Which honestly, I'm not saying he's bad, but
Bona's okay,
you
but he has like no muscle mass.
that's the thing. Like, and he doesn't really get rebounds like that. He only gets what? I think he's averaging 3.3. It's like you can't win without
Can't box out.
that big man presence. Yeah, big man presence, and you got to control the board. If you control the boards, you control the game. That's another thing. And it's like there's a lot structurally wrong with the team. I think what they should focus on this off season, obviously figure out what you're going to do with Joel because he's not going to be here long term. Like he probably, if they do decide to keep him for whatever reason, they probably has maybe 1 or 2 more years, right? Actually find someone to help Tyrese Maxey. Obviously they thought Eric Gordon could have, but that's not the case because he's not playing. They thought Paul George could have, but Paul George makes more podcast episodes than he scored points in the game. And Kyle Lowry, he's old, washed up. Still love him though. That's my dog. And then what's the
Kyle
other guy?
Lowry is 38.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's at
18
that point
years.
where he's like,
He's been in the pros for 18 years.
yeah, like he's at that point where he's basically at the end of his career. It's kind of like CP3, but he gonna retire before CP3 does, because that man don't know when to retire.
Hey,
Yes.
just throwing it out there. Also, easiest way to get over all these Sixers problems, just do what I've done. Don't give a single flying fuck about them.
I mean, yeah, but I used to say that about the Eagles. Like I used to say that about sports teams all the time. It's like, oh, I don't know why you care so much. It doesn't matter, but it matters to some people because they have some bond with them, or something happened, and it's just a memory in their mind that they remember. Like, you know what? I remember when me and my dad went to a game and this happened, or I remember I had the opportunity to witness this happen, and that changed my life. And people have those life changing moments with sports teams, which is crazy.
I completely understand where you're coming from and what you're trying to say, but what I'm getting at here is I can't remember, at least now, ever since the end of what? Maybe it was last season. No, not the end. Yeah, probably since the end of last season when they lost to the Knicks. I said I don't care about the Sixers anymore. I don't see them getting any better anytime soon. They can make whatever moves they want to make, and I'll be happy for them if they think they made a good move. But I honestly don't care. I have not gone to a single game, and potentially it won't. But potentially, if we don't support them or seem to care about them in any way, shape, or form, maybe they will actually get shit together and turn it around. But then again, I don't believe in the owner, Josh Harris. I think he doesn't really care about the team. And, it is almost what it is. The Flyers, case in point, the Flyers have not been very good as of years lately. They've had some moments where it's like, oh shit, hold up, wait, maybe the Flyers getting their stuff together. But the Flyers are in a rebuild. And the difference between the Flyers and the Sixers, in my opinion, is the Flyers are actually taking steps to try and make themselves better and not just saying like, oh, we got a couple good guys. Let's just get some old
Oh,
veterans at
not
the prime.
if you squint your eyes, you can still see a path to the championship.
What?
Not saying that like the Sixers were.
Yeah, the Flyers aren't doing it. They literally just at the trade deadline got rid of multiple good players that were kind of young for them, all basically for like either young guys that who maybe might have a chance or at least good draft capital in hopes of building through the draft. Because of the fact they're like, yeah, we're not going to win shit. we might as well try to start to get a better core together and then go from there. And
Right.
it's
Let's
actually
get
kind
a
of nice to
couple
see.
really good skaters and a good goalie, and then see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's
And
not be
also the people they
mediocre
brought
for
in to help run the
a decade.
show are former players that actually seem to have a care about the team and what they'll do. Granted, I still don't like Comcast as an organization / company and owning the Flyers, but with Danny Briere, Keith Jones, and the likes, it seems like they're actually trying to make an attempt to do some stuff.
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah. I
out
think it
Danny
also
Briere.
boils down to
His
like Aaron said,
son
I think it also
throwing
boils down to
wheelchairs
like also
downstairs.
how much I like how what's it called? How Aaron stated it does comes down to do you actually care about winning and like the team and everything, or do you just care about like the money?
Money.
But you're not gonna make money if you're not because no one's gonna buy the tickets. You're saying, and all you're gonna do is more money to get these big names to come over, but it's like you're a losing team, no heart, no soul. It's like who's gonna want to play for an organization like that? And it's like the culture of the Sixers definitely changed. I personally feel like they should go back to the black and white jersey. Honestly, early 2000s, like I feel like they should go back to that. Because what they changed it in what
Uh,
2014,
they
I
can't do
think
that.
2015. See,
They can't do that.
Sixers had back then.
Yeah, but they're gonna ruin them jerseys. They can't
Up
do
until
that.
like,
I don't want to
oh,
see them wear that.
bro, I would love to see the black and white.
I
I'm not
want to
gonna
see
lie,
them back,
I would love to
but I
see the black
don't
and
want
white.
to see them put lipstick on a pig.
They have
Yeah,
to bring back
like obviously,
in
obviously
silk.
that would
They
also
need to do the
go
exact
into with
same
the
jersey.
reconstruction of the team. I hate when you do that. I'm talking, you talking over me. Oh my god, bro, that's just irritating, bro. He does it. Man does it. So many people that do it. I'm like, bro, am I not talking?
Maybe you shouldn't have diarrhea of the mouth, and you should let other people talk. How about that?
But you know what? Have it. I ain't saying nothing. Have it. Have it.
Oh, it was nice doing this podcast with y'all. I had a lot of fun for these 10 or now 11 episodes, and
Like, bro, literally mid talk. I'm talking. He talks over me. It's like, bro, you've been talking. I just said shit. Just now started talking. Oh my god, bro. Have it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Fixes are trash. Fuck it. No heart, no soul. All they're gonna do is take L's. They need to reconstruct the whole organization, the bottom up. That's it. Strong foundation. Strong. What's it called? Strong staff. And just. I don't even care anymore.
Oh, so I guess we're saying goodbye to the podcast. We also might as well say goodbye to numerous number of Eagles that unfortunately have left the squad and team. But hopefully for some will do better in their new places, and others,
Like Darius
no
Slay to the Steelers.
disrespect, but I ain't got no real quarrels with the Steelers, so yeah, he can do all right with the Steelers. But trying to think of who.
Bro,
Actually, no,
honestly,
nobody went really anywhere I don't want them to be. So yeah,
this is
but
gonna
Nobody
sound wild.
signed with
Well,
a
not wild.
division rival.
yeah, that's what I was trying to think.
That is
I could
true.
have swore as I started thinking about like,
True.
nah, Milton Williams is to the Patriots. I still kind of don't like the Patriots, but now since Tom is gone and Belichick's gone, it's not as bad. So,
The cheaters are
So
and
I'm
going.
also
glad
it's my
Darius
boy.
Slay is gone.
So,
Hi, Darius Slay. A
Also, very
leader.
random.
But never
Very
been a captain.
random.
but
Very, very random. Um, I know the Steelers let go Justin Fields. I hope he does well with. All right. I hope he actually has a very. I hope he blossoms into the quarterback I know he can be, and like everyone knows, Buckeye. Like I feel like his like limited with the Bears, definitely limited with the Steelers because they chose Russ over him. But like with the Jets, I feel like that is his new beginning, you know. And I hope Aaron Rodgers goes to the Vikings so he can continue the Brett Favre legacy and rob New Orleans.
So, just throwing it out there. I know personally why you hoping for the best for Justin Fields, because you damn near always
Damn
get
right.
that man in Madden and try to turn him into a
Damn
good
right.
quarterback. But on the other hand,
Because
since you mentioned he is a Buckeye, I hope he doesn't succeed.
bruh, listen, and it's only because I can never get Lamar. That's the only reason. He's my off-brand Lamar.
Yeah, well, tell him and his Timu self that he ain't got what he got to make them good.
That's true. Fucking and Michael Parsons and DeMarcus going back and funny. Um, Micah is just very dedicated and loyal to the team, which I respect him for that. But then again, it is the Cowboys, so I'm like, it's a love-hate relationship. But hopefully, well, I don't hope they do good. I hope Micah has a good season as an individual. Um,
Just throwing it out there.
oh
I
my
think
days.
part of the reason he's so loyal to the soil with the Cowboys is because he actually is a Cowboys fan, which is a shame.
Yeah,
But
it is.
yep.
It is because he's Penn State, I believe, right?
Yeah, he's from
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Just his
They just
family
played
is
From
all
him.
Cowboy
Harrisburg.
fans, so he grew up a Cowboy fan.
Oh, Harris, out of here. Whatever.
From
That's
Harrisburg.
why
Yep.
I kind of hate the fact that it's like, damn, he is really such a good dude, but he's a Cowboy fan and wants to be a Cowboy. Like when he got drafted to the Cowboys, like he was so happy on draft night.
I retract my earlier statement. I don't care. Even though he went to Penn State, no, I retract that. I hope he.
I
You
don't
know
think
what?
I don't think
I'm not gonna
Saquon
wish
was an Eagles fan either.
ill will to me.
I don't
Nah,
know about Saquon, but I just know what's his name.
He
I
was
remember what
probably a Jets or Giants fan because his family's from New York.
I think he did say his dad is like a Giants fan potentially. No, maybe not Giants. I think Jets.
but like the Jets,
But
like who? I
I
mean, I guess.
remember when Micah got drafted, watching the draft coverage, I was like, "Oh shit, the Eagles might be able to get Micah. Like that'd be really cool." And they're like, "Yeah, Micah Parsons like hopes to be a Cowboy because his whole family's Cowboy fans." And I with me, it was like, "All right, cool. This ain't so funny anymore. I don't like this."
I hate you. It was at that moment where it was pain on that man's back. Oh,
Yep.
oh my days.
But also, talking about what's it called, the draft. Shout out once again to man, the myth, the legend, Howie Roseman, because I don't know how much you might know about this. I know me and Colin discussed it yesterday, Keith, but in the next 2 years for the NFL draft, I think the Eagles currently are sitting on, if you include the compensatory picks for different guys getting signed or traded, whatever it is, I forget how the compensatory picks work. The Eagles have now like 21 draft picks over the next 2
Damn.
years. Yeah.
Got another
And
one for Mekhi Becton too.
yeah, it was at like no, was it at 20? Yeah, I think it was at 20. So I made it 21 to include Makai. But of those 21 picks over the next 2 years, it's now up to like 13 of those 21 picks are in the first 4 rounds.
Yep.
Bro, he could just
It
rebuild the
depends
whole
on the
team
amount of
straight.
snaps.
What?
Depends on the amount of snaps they have to replace. That's how the comp picks are determined.
Yeah, but like
That's still
I
crazy though.
forget. Yeah, it's crazy, but like I forget how many. I forget they said Makai might be. I think he's a 4th round pick. That's why I said I think it's
Yeah,
13
he would
now.
be a
All I
third
know
or a
is,
fourth.
yeah, before Makai signed, it was sitting at 20 picks in total, 12 in the first 2 rounds, or first 4 rounds. I'm sorry.
I was like 2 rounds would be crazy.
Yeah.
Your new
But
defense.
Bro, what
I
is
think in
this?
this year's draft, they have like 5 picks in the first 100 picks.
Like, what
So
is
what
this
is what?
person? I'm sorry.
Oh,
All right, so I'm looking outside my window right now, and I hear like this car revving, and I'm like, why is it revving? There's a Volkswagen Passat just in the middle of the street, and it's just rolling back. It's kind of rolling back, kind of not. Like they got the brakes on right now, but like I don't know what is happening. Like I don't know if it's a stick, they don't know how to drive it, or if they have a
His
trans problem.
transmission's blown.
Like honestly, that's what I think it
He's
is.
he trying
blowing
to
a
call you
tranny.
out.
But I also don't want them to put it in the middle. This shouldn't be a problem.
I think they try to call you out. They
And
know
like
what you be
all they
whipping.
can do is, nah, bro. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Oh, my bad. I don't know nothing either.
Yeah, I don't work on cars for real. I just be bullshitting. Let me stop. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna look
No,
out
I
the
mean they
window while this
try to
happens. But I'm
race
still
you.
here. Oh, oh shit! I almost broke my damn. What's it called? I almost broke my. The rod. I almost. I fell on the shit. All I heard was boom. I'm like, oh, oh my lord.
And doing the new
But
Kurt
yeah, no.
Rod challenge.
Actually, said speaking real quick. No, speaking on that real quick. I did a poll today about RSX, and like I recorded it. Can you record it? Tell me why like they video adjusted because it seemed like it was so slow, and like I'm kind of upset. Where they rolling back to? That's the question. Where y'all rolling back to?
Rolling back straight into your WRX.
Nah, they roll past it by now.
You know where they rolling to? They rolling
Damn
back
auto
down
shop.
memory lane.
Rolling. We
Nah, the crazy is they are. But the
wait.
sad thing is, I smell burning. So whatever they're doing, they need to stop doing it very quickly because that motor is nappy right now. And honestly, if it's burning like that, it's probably low on oil too. Oh, you burning shit up.
Yeah, best trap. Best trap fucked everything up.
Oh, they don't roll down the block. That's some elastic. All right. Anyway, I'm back in my chair now.
Yeah, best trap.
No way this is true. Apparently, men are shaving their eyelashes. Look more masculine.
Why? That doesn't. What?
Look more masculine.
I want to say the word, but I
Honestly, that
can't.
could be
So that is
He
that's.
is
But
a
like,
white man.
if you shave your eyelashes, right? I,
Just gonna have you blinking a
don't,
whole lot more because you're gonna be
brother.
getting dust in your eyes.
Literally, like they're there to protect you from going in your eyes. Why are you of that line of defense? That is. I can't say it, but it's
their full frontal lobe hasn't completely come together yet.
Not to get into politics, but isn't it crazy how John Fetterman had a stroke, became mentally impaired, and then was like all of a sudden a Trumper?
I'm sorry, that's not funny.
Did not know about that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. That's very indecent. I apologize.
He's
But that is crazy.
just proof that if you have brain damage, you're likely a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Might be on some.
There are out there are Trump supporters. Just jokes. Don't take it personal. Monster.
Go get that IQ test.
Fucking stupid. Oh my goodness, man.
Also, talking of stupidity, can I just quickly tell y'all about how stupid some AI is? And by some, I mean mainly
Most.
Oh,
not most, But there's a little camera that sits in the van that I drive at work sometimes that's supposed to, I think, monitor if I'm driving students. And also I think
Wait,
like
wait.
Wait.
Can I
what?
ask? It's a camera, like looking at you, or it's like tracking your speed and like the G's of which you turn the van.
All of that,
Is
I
it like
believe.
a GPS
Okay.
camera? Really?
It's a legit camera that has the ability to look at me
It can
slash I
see
guess if
you. Okay.
it sees me, but it also has another camera, I think, that looks out the front windshield of the van because of the fact of what I'm getting into. It will sometimes, like, let's say you going down the street, you know, how there's the white line on the right hand side that usually is the bike lane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes if I go over that line a little bit, I'll hear it go lane departure warning, which is a good feature.
Um.
Makes sense from time to time.
Is
Yes,
this before you got your CPAP?
it does. It's been in the van for like a year now. No,
But I'm
that's not
saying,
the
have you
So
been?
it has lane departure assist.
It doesn't assist. It just tells you, hey, like you're getting out the lane, which sometimes makes sense
Well,
if you're going out the lane. But also sometimes if you like going around a truck or something, it's always like, hey, you're getting out the lane. It's like I gotta get out the lane.
well, yeah, that's the lane. It's the same thing. It's letting you know, like if you let you know when
It's
you're
not
out of the
really an
lane,
assist.
basically. Yeah, it lets you know, like, hey, you're veering off into the lane into a
Yeah,
different lane.
It doesn't steer for you, right? It doesn't
yeah,
like
it doesn't
try and
steer for you.
correct the wheel. Right.
No.
It depends. Some cars it will. Some cars it will keep it in that lane.
Yeah. Well, this Sprinter
Aaron
van doesn't.
almost killed us in a car that did that too when we were in the Outer Banks.
What?
That's because Aaron dropped. So. He's the
No, I,
We were riding
blasphemy.
in the RAV4, Aaron, and that drum was going crazy. You were like, "Oh, it's the lane assist."
oh, that was a completely different thing. Okay, first off. Second off,
I'm just saying, it
Please
was a
explain.
bike with it was a car with lane assist. That's all.
yeah.
I
But
was gonna say, please
that's not
explain, because that's
It
kind of
almost got us killed.
crazy to say.
okay, so I don't
I mean,
100% remember what happened back then. But
Was
that,
Aaron like went around something? Right? I think somebody was making a left, and then it was trying to force him off the road on the other side of the white line.
bruh.
yeah.
Instead of
Yo, I
correcting and
thought,
going back onto the road, it was trying to force him off the road.
if I was
And this
there,
is
well,
part of the whole
Aaron, what you
AI
doing?
thing.
I
Oh my
didn't know
goodness,
that John had lane assist. I was
bro.
like, "Are you okay?" I'm about to die in a ditch here.
Yeah.
Because Aaron can't
That leads
draw.
me to my whole point I was trying to make here. Long story short, this camera that looks also at me will tell me things like if you look down at your phone, it will say like
See,
phone warning.
Eyes not on road or something.
Not even eyes on like phone usage warning or whatever. Tell me why. I don't use my phone while driving the van. But the one time or
save
not
your
one
face.
time, a couple times now, I've like pulled up to the kids' houses, or like I'll get to the one spot too early. I will sit there, put the van in park on the side of the road, and proceed to pull out my phone and start using it. And it'll be like, phone usage warning. Phone usage warning. I'm like, yo, I'm in park. It's like distracted driving violation. I'm like, I'm in park. I'm on the side of the road park. Why are you trying
Man,
to tell
just
me
sitting
I'm
there.
distracted driving?
Man, just sitting there, enjoying, reporting everything he doing. Number 773, A Stall was using his phone for X amount of time while at this location for about 5 minutes. Like, what? You're getting
Exactly.
written up. That pissed me
And
off.
then I start those for two the other day. Tell me why I'm sitting there driving, and it was like later in the day, and I'm like, oh damn. like I wasn't tired, especially now because I got the CPAP. I'm actually good. Like I used to get tired sometimes, but now if I'm tired, it's not like oh man, I'm ready to fall asleep. Tired. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just kind of tired. It is what it is, whatever. Tell me why I yawned. All of a sudden, I heard it go yawn or like yawning, and I'm like, so you tracking the
Oh,
fact that I yawned? Like what?
this man is tired. Also, real quick about your sleep thing. Go back to the CPAP. Yesterday, it actually caught me off guard because of the line. I think it was like 10:30 or like 11. I was like, oh, Aaron's probably gonna get off soon. He's probably eating something. So when I invited you to the party and you joined, I was like, hey, do you want to shout? When you said yeah, I was like, oh, like I was genuinely like kind of surprised. I was like, oh, I didn't
My
think
man
he
said I
would.
wasn't trying to
Cause
play. I was
right,
just trying to be nice.
well, that's the thing. We lost. I think we lost what, a game or two, and we was like, yeah, we done. But no, like you know how when Aaron normally gets on, tired, so I'm not gonna be on for long. Like he was up for a minute
If
because
it's
we were
close
up
to
when Say
if it's close
got
to
on,
midnight for sure.
bro. Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
Close to
Especially
midnight
after
for sure.
practice, bro. After practice,
Oh
Aaron's
yeah,
like, he's
definitely
like,
after
yeah,
that.
you know, I had practice at but wait, I was like, oh. He was like, yeah, no, I'm not tired. I'm just eating. And I was like, oh. He's like, every 5 minutes. I was like, damn, okay. So shouts out to the CPAP helping the
He's
homie out.
alert
You
and
know,
awake.
yes,
I can't
sir. It's beautiful. The
even,
alien
that's
to
the whole
whoever is
thing.
monitoring that van.
Yeah.
Damn, look at
Also,
you getting healthy.
what the well, that's the whole thing. The reason why I was always getting tired is because apparently I found out when I got the machine is that I'd never get when I would go to sleep at night. Basically, oxygen wasn't getting through my like throat into my lungs, so I was basically just depriving myself of oxygen every time I went to sleep. That's why my ass is always tired. Now this helps shoot oxygen into my body so that I'm not just laying there not getting oxygen.
It waits until you're asleep before it starts pumping air, though.
No, it pumps air in, but like it kind of has like an auto timer now where like it doesn't like apparently it has
Why
like
did-
a pressure of from like 0 to 20. It starts you out on like a 4, but once you like basically after a certain amount of time goes by, it just ups the pressure so that it's no longer shooting out like 4 pressure of oxygen. That might jump up to like a 12. You should be asleep by that time, so it's not a problem.
So
Oh, yeah, that John
that
was trying to
morning
kill
you
you
were
one
talking
day.
about where you said it didn't know that you were awake, it was still pumping at like a 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, can y'all?
So
Because
I
the
was
joint
laying
is
there,
very
that shit
random.
is like pushing up my nose. I'm like, damn, hold up. This is kind of awkward.
Hold up, very random. Can y'all hear me or no?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
All right, because the joint, no, because a notification popped up that just said you've been connected to the Discord. And I was just like, but I've always been to the Discord. And I remember the last time the audio kind of just cut out, and I didn't know it cut out, but it still kept showing. So I just wanted to make sure.
You know? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that one
no, that
episode
joint, it's weird.
yeah, when Colin ended it early because he's like, I'm tired of this. And I'm like, all right, well, let me do the outro. You're like, no. He just cut it. And I'm like, all right, well,
No, you did an
What you-
outro for like 5 minutes and we're kept going. That's when I was like, all
wasn't
right,
even
we're
5
done.
minutes. Literally, I was just about to say,
Already
hey,
back.
like, thanks for listening, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then that was it. And then I was like, all right, thanks for listening. Ah, nah. On. I'm like, okay,
Yo,
cool.
so wagon that I was having, it is now at the 10, and I think it's real. I still smell that shit burning. Oh my god, they about to blow that motherfucker up. I'm sorry. I'm at the window now, being nosy. You know how it is. Um,
Mhm. Also,
I just want to see if
hold up.
they actually drop.
Not Twister. Damn, what the hell? We call it not Twist of Fate. This ain't Jeff Hardy, but
That was a
damn.
swanton bomb right there.
I want to say like Twist something. I can't think of what the heck it's all. But anyway, different story. That's somebody trying to destroy somebody's car because they pissed with them.
Bro, literally, because like they stuck again. I feel bad. Hey, that shit's and they rolling it back. I wonder if they. I hope my spot. Sean will be. Don't hit that curb. Don't hit that curb. That's a nice Beamer.
That's because what's it called?
That's so much.
Monique
That's a
just
hell of a
found
time for
out.
that to happen.
Monique just found out that Charles wasn't at the house he said he was supposed to be at. Now she about to destroy his Passat.
Bro, shouts out to Monique. I don't know what the fuck she been doing recently, but shout out to her just because.
Wait, like
Also, it just got me. I don't think.
how many people in the car?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Tell me why this chick riding down the block on a scooter, but that shit look tough though. Why is there a lot? What? I don't want to say a lot, but why is these things happening right now? Up, they parking in the showing spot. Once they get there, they stuck. I hope they know that. Up, they cooked. But like, I don't know what they doing. I mean, they gotta be careful. They're gonna roll into her fucking car. Actually, they gotta be careful because if she move her car, I mean, they gonna roll into my car. Hold up, I ain't, bro.
Wait a
Why
minute.
the fuck?
Something ain't
Why
right.
the bro? Literally, but like, why the fuck would they roll back on the street where cars are parked and not just keep it like? Granted, this is gonna sound kind of selfish, but like keep it in the middle so you can keep rolling back. Like you stupid.
You don't know no better?
Stupid. Bruh, but like your car clearly can't drive. You're still trying to make it drive.
Hey,
I thought they just didn't know how
that
to
dude
drive stick.
clearly
I think
ain't
their auto train is new.
that dude clearly ain't trying to be a father figure in your child's life, but yet you still trying to force him to be.
That don't sound bad, so I mean at least they were smart enough to put the fucking brake on now. But with the real question, I'm sorry, this has piqued my interest. I ain't gonna lie, because now I'm curious. Because like they had it here, it got stuck. They rode it all the way back down the hill, right? And then they got it back up here again.
Pushed it.
How they get it back up, bro? But there's no one. Like, how? It's uphill. My block is like it's a hill. It's not a big hill, but it's a hill, and it's like how? Like that's crazy.
They
Listen to that
strong.
salt and pepper.
That's all. I believe in miracles. Let me stop. I don't want this to seem like I'm laughing at their what's it called? I'm not. It's just I'm genuinely curious as to how they got the car back up when it got stuck at the light again. Like I would have do it a different way, honestly.
You know what you could do?
Like I could go out there and help.
I mean, you could do that, or as my uncle would say, you
Could
could
film
just
them and
go
laugh.
ask them because closed mouths don't get fed.
That is true. That is true too. I could film them, but I ain't gonna lie.
Film them and laugh
I'm
at them.
comfortable right now. I'm not gonna. That's a dick move. I may get shot, and I ain't trying to get shot for that. That's a little dangerous idea to be doing that.
Like, just be like,
Have mercy.
your car's broke the cat.
Don't do that.
Can you make it back
Don't
up
do
here? No, I was about to say because the next thing I know, when my shits get broken, I'll be upset. Shit. Speaking of the one car, when I went to get Marquis from work yesterday, the RS site, I was in the lot, right? And I was like, you know what? I could definitely move up to where I dropped them off earlier. So I was like, bet. So I started like kind of coasting through like the parking spots and everything. Then I got to the front, right? I was turning my wheel to like kind of park in front, and the car like kind of cut off, but it came back on. It caught me off guard, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? But I shit you not, it what's it called? It ran like a little bit different. It also doesn't help that I had uploaded a map to it earlier, and I had to revert back to the old one because the new map was actually stupid, and it was just dumping a fuck ton of fuel, and I had to kind of fix it. But yeah, it caught me off guard. Oh, excuse me. Oh my days. All right. Ooh, what time is it? It's two. I ain't even eat yet. Oh, starving. Starving for real, for real.
Marvin like Marvin, girl.
Hell yeah, starving Marvin up in here, you know.
I got 16 bars. 5.
The funny thing is, it's been less than an hour.
All right. So, also, good question for the people listening at home. If we were to, well, one, throwing it out there, since it is
When?
selective, huh?
Well, not if, brother. When? When? Say what?
Yeah, the way that Aaron goes, huh?
Well, because what happens is I start talking into this microphone and I hear myself clear as day, but y'all are playing out of my laptop. So as I'm saying something, I hear somebody talk, but I can't hear what they said. So there's
I
like
know.
all right, well,
It's just funny the way that you say it.
y'all always talk over me. Damn it! No, let me stop.
Listen, hey, I ain't gonna hold you. That was just a bad time. Like, I was genuinely pissed. Like, bro, that was just a bad time. I'm cool now, though. I ain't as angry. I ain't upset as I was earlier. I'm cool.
I
Actually,
was
I
about
was
to
gonna
say,
apologize to Colin at the end of the show, but I guess I can technically do it now. You know, Colin, man to man, I just want you to know
you
from the
don't,
bottom of
you
my
don't.
heart, I didn't mean what I said. You just caught me at a vulnerable time. You feel me?
I appreciate it, but you don't need to apologize because I was about to be like, "Hey, Keys, you mad or no?"
Brother, I would have been fucking. Oh, I would have snapped. I would have left. I ain't gonna hold you. I'd have straight left. I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna just leave for a little bit, cool my head, and we gonna come back at this with a new angle, a new perspective.
That's why we talk about how Colin be taking yourself to another level.
Yeah. Listen, it's okay. I kind of expect it. I know Colin is stubborn. It's okay. It's fun fucking with stubborn people sometimes.
What I was going to say is, since it is Selection Sunday,
Huh?
or the yeah, I heard you say "huh" this time.
Huh?
Anyway, we plan on doing a bracket challenge for the men's college basketball tournament. Also, I don't know if y'all want to, but I personally want to plan on doing one for the women's tournament as well. So we will create a group called the Two and a Half Blacks podcast. I will then I do it in the ESPN one. If not, I'll make sure to put in the description which
Speaking of that,
we're using for it, and we will join. You can join, see if you can beat us in our selections, choices, and then also next week's podcast, we plan on doing a tournament bracket. Not exactly sure what will be bracketing, but as of right now, it's looking like it might be a Disney movie bracket. But if you have any ideas of brackets that we should do and go through on the podcast, or if you just have a bracket of something that you're like, hey, I'd like to see their responses to this, go ahead and let us know. Hit us up on social media. Drop it in the Discord. That will be
I was
linked
about to
in
say,
there.
join the Discord, put it in there.
Yep.
join the
And then we will
Discord.
try. And
We
then we
do.
will try to answer them on the next week's podcast.
We do more than talk shit on each other.
Yep.
We'll talk shit on you too.
As a fact.
Join the
Anyone can get
family.
it.
Real rap. I don't care who you is. You can be the president. I still throw shade at you.
Well, everybody throwing shade at the president right now. I mean, that's not
Big
that
fact.
hard.
That was a bad. I was about to say that was a bad one. You could be LeBron. No, I can't throw shade at LeBron. Well, I can, but I ain't going to. Man, just join the Discord. You know the name of the title of this episode is going to be "Join the Discord." I mean, it's just going to be the Discord link.
All right. Yeah. Not the worst episode name we came up with, I guess.
That is true. Fucking yeah. So I'm looking at the car again, and it's now parked. So when I hear something again, I will run back to the window.
I feel like we shouldn't even call this episode "Join the Discord." It should be "Where's the car?"
Bro, what was it, Sean? What they say? What the
Where's
dog
my
doing?
car?
What the car doing? No, what the car doing? Ain't
That was
nothing
what the
for us,
dog
bro.
doing.
I know, but I was trying to make it for this situation. Oh, they doing it again. And they're gonna keep rolling back. They're gonna smack her car, bro.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What?
Rolling. Also, the crazy
See,
thing.
when you said how would they get it up the street, all I can hear in my head was, push it.
I mean, they had
How
to
would-
because ain't no way.
So I didn't make that same joke, but like 10 minutes ago.
I ain't
didn't
gonna
say
lie. I was like, oh, that thing moving. They got it moving. They got it moving.
Is it grooving as well?
I don't know how, but they got that thing moving. That motor getting worked right now.
only works
Uh-oh.
in sixth
Uh-oh.
gear?
No, they had to let that joint cool down some.
It's only got first gear. That's probably the problem.
Bro, it don't got. That's the thing. Like it don't. I think it just got fourth. Like the direct drive. And even at the light, they revving that motherfucker. They couldn't have timed that so wrong.
Keep stalling out.
Literally, bro, I thought it was a manual. I was about to be like, oh, this is some little tips and tricks, but yeah, I can't help him with that. A blown tranny, yeah, that's not the blown tranny you want. You feel me?
I don't know if there is one you want.
Bro, someone out there in the audience that will listen to this episode one day will be like, you know what? I know which one I want. Freaky bull. You were freaky bull. And now my neighbor is looking up the street. Like every time they rev it, he turns around to look at him. Like, nah, what are you?
Trying to catcall
Hey,
him,
Kurt.
revving that.
Are you trying to
That's,
into a race?
that's what he's worried about.
Oh my days. But yeah, also with that being said, maintain your vehicle. Please. Do your oil changes. Do whatever maintenance vehicle. Aaron, I know why you laughing. Listen. It is and you know the funny thing, I was thinking too, like with it being like as windy. I'm like, I wonder like I know a car on there's a car on jack stand somewhere that is about to get blown off because it is so windy right now.
All I'm going to say is Aaron should not be laughing if he can't do the oil change himself.
Oh, they came back. God damn it.
I'm laughing because of the fact, though. Literally, as we said last week, I asked Keith if he could possibly do an oil change in my car. But also, seeing as how it was supposed to possibly rain today and things like that, I was like, yo, you ain't got to do it. Like, it's cool. Because, like, I don't want you to be out there in bad weather. I'd much rather, if need be, go somebody else to pay and do it in bad weather than make my friend go do it for me. And then earlier, he's like, yeah, it's too windy out. We shouldn't do it because of the wind. I'm like, no, it's cool. So then immediately it says, yo, people, take care of your car. Get your oil changed. I'm like, damn. That was my plan, but I'm trying to be nice to the homie. Not like, yo, get out
Well,
here in the
no,
potential rain and
because
this weather and do it.
well, no, because
I mean, there's a difference between
I have
waiting a week and waiting a year.
to this
Oh, yeah,
point where
without
your
a
car
doubt.
is like, oh, like, bro. But no, I was like, what's it called? Because I've worked on my car when it's like really windy, and like the hood, and especially on the RSX, the hood, when it wind gets, it goes all the way back, and then it comes forward, and then it unhooks itself from the what's it called, the hook. That's a nice G35. It unhooks itself and the shit falls, and I'm not trying to get smacked in the face. And then I've done oil changes when it's windy, and like I shit you not, that oil blows everywhere, bro. It's messy. And I also didn't want to ruin your driveway because I knew it was gonna happen. I already knew. I would have definitely got shot that day.
It's not even that. Like I said, it's
You will come
not
back
a
here?
problem. It was just funny of how, like, you sit there and you're like, yo, like, you should probably go, what's it called? Save some money for like a rainy day. And you're like, yeah, I should save some money for a rainy day. And then that next day, the same person going, yo, we gotta go blow all the money on this trip. And it's like, you just told me. We gotta
That was
save my
before
money.
I came across this what's it called, an abundant amount of money. Oh, this wind is crazy though. Like, why is it this windy? I like to think that if it wasn't windy, it wouldn't have rained. I didn't even know it was supposed to be windy. I thought it was gonna be a regular day.
Yeah. I ain't checked the weather, so because I ain't planning on doing much or anything today. Other than, like I said, possibly doing the oil change. But other than that, shit, it's chill day. Get ready for work tomorrow.
Big facts. You also know something kind of crazy. Speaking on
What?
oil and oil changes, I smell oil.
Probably from them people in that damn car.
Oh no,
I'll
I feel like
say
it's a person in that car.
one person smells like oil.
Nah, but like, I'm saying there's only one person in the car. Shut up, Colin.
Right, but you're saying it's him who smells like oil, or it's the car?
Or her. All I've seen is a hand come out the window. I haven't actually seen a person get out the car yet. They need to
Or
call somebody, bro.
maybe Muslim boys walking down your block, selling them
He
oils.
got the oils.
Bruh, it ain't that kind of oil. Look. This oil I know the smell of. I've tasted this oil. I felt this oil. I felt the grittiness and the shut up. It was accidental.
Hey, I'm about to say, brother, what?
I heard a chuckle. Listen, when you work on cars, okay, you taste a lot of different fluids, okay? I've tasted coolant, I've tasted
Hey,
oil,
yo.
I've tasted gear oil. Listen, it's not like I wanted to, it just happens. Sometimes you go to do like a coolant flush or whatever, you go to drain a coolant system, you get that backsplash.
The gear oil's got to be the worst. That one smells the worst.
No, the gear, it is. And the gear, I actually had a bottle. That's how I got it. That's how I tasted that one. It was crazy. So, story time. When I was at Subaru, right? I was doing a diff service on a Honda Pilot, I think, like the SUV. I know what you think. You at Subaru doing a diff service on Honda. Listen, they quote unquote work on everything. But I was doing it, and my team lead, he came over. He was like, "Yeah, I saw this thing on TikTok because I didn't have like a pump or whatever to get the fluid out the bottle into the diff." So he was like, "Yeah, I saw this thing on TikTok where they made a hole, like they made like a hole in the bottle. They put air through it, but then like they also had like a hose or whatever going from the bottle to the car, and it worked. It worked. It's just, there's no relief. Oh, excuse me. There's no relief valve unless you make another hole and I got to cover it up so you can get the pressure built up. But I wasn't thinking about that. I was just like, why the hell am I on a job that someone else sold that they not here to do? Cool. So I did it. I had my little air chuck, or not air chuck, my little air hose. I'm spraying into the bottle. It's working. It's filling up. I'm spraying, right? I'm like, all right, cool. I back off, let the pressure relieve some. Then I go to spray it again. Bro, the fucking bottle exploded. Bottle exploded. I got diff oil or gear oil all on my face, like my glasses and everything, my shirt, my pants, like everything. Like bro, the bottle blew up, and I was like, bruh. I stood there with like the bottle and the air hose still in hand, and I'm just like, ain't no way this just happened. And like I'm in such, when you in disbelief that you contemplate the choices that you made to get to this point.
Yeah. Also, I ain't gonna lie, you cut a little bit, so all it was you have disbelief of get to this point.
Oh, I was saying, were you ever in like disbelief, and like you have to stand there and reevaluate what you to that point?
Oh yeah, definitely multiple times.
And it's like I did that. I didn't move. I just stood there. I was like, you know what? Kind of upset. My team lead came over. He started laughing. I was like, fuck you, Brandon. That's right. I said your name, Brandon. I never forget.
Still work with this man?
Nah, this was when I was at Subaru.
I was about to say, good. This man out here telling his boss off.
He wasn't my boss. That's the thing.
He was a team lead. There's a difference.
Yeah, he was the team. He wasn't like the service manager. And if if the service manager, I'd be like, Luke, fucking so funny. See, the funny thing is, I'm name dropping people, but you'll probably, unless that odd chance you do see him, then it's like, oh my god, that's such and such. And it's like, man, this is crazy. So I'm about to go back to my chair now because the car has now stopped again. So I really want to see how they gonna get this out. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm invested. Like, and I know someone's gonna be like, why don't you just go out there and help them? It's like, listen, it's windy. I'm comfortable. I'm chilling. All right. If I ain't going outside for food, I ain't going outside to help somebody I don't know. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a shame.
Is it though?
Slightly.
Is it like? It's not like they in a bad neighborhood. I mean, if this was like a shitty area, I'd be like, yeah, I probably don't want them stuck here because somebody gonna try to get them. Like, bro, this is a nice area for, you know. I think at least I feel like it is, you know. But yeah, I'm sure they'll figure it out. They're gonna be all right. Trust me, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna figure it out. They always do. Hypothetical. Is it hypothetical time?
Sure.
If it's hypothetical
Alan?
time, that means we're about to wrap it up. So
Alan, I know you had a great one that
I don't know if I'd call it a great one, but we can
Yeah,
do
I
it.
was about to say that's very much debatable in the greatness of it.
but it was a
If
pretty solid
you,
one.
I'm gonna do my best Aaron impression. If you had to choose
You gotta do a pause.
to never shower or never shit again, what would you choose?
And offense was taken.
Oh, first of all, I ain't gonna lie, he slightly cut for me as he said it, so he didn't do that good of a job. Also,
Oh dang.
I'm a peek behind the curtain for y'all and for the people listening at home. Half the time, I'm coming up with these hypotheticals on the fly. That's why I be pausing through it. I'm like, all right, what we gonna do this?
Bro, you gotta do what I did. I legit just looked up a bunch of hypothetical. Yo, listen, for the people listening, if y'all want to give us a hypothetical, please give us a hypothetical. This is a community thing. We help us sometimes, please.
All right,
Let
so
me.
you never have to shower again. You always just smell good. You're always you're always clean, or you never have to go number 2 again.
Mm,
Hour.
So
Definitely.
you could eat the most diabolical thing. that
I'm
you
kind of
love. Like
mad.
if you were like, hey, every time I eat Taco Bell, I love it, but every time I eat Taco Bell, I have to, crap or whatever really bad. You would never have that problem again, right?
See,
Or you pick that you never have
um,
to shower again.
damn. I, I'm mad. You know what? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I also say why so I personally would rather never have a shower again. I would always smell nice. So even if I drop the most diabolical shit, I don't cool.
So
I don't gotta worry about it.
I have a question for y'all based on, what I have described. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but do you have to wipe after you go number 2 if you pick never have to shower? Because technically, wouldn't it just be clean?
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I never have to. So basically, it's like you never have to clean yourself,
Right. But
wiping it every time.
nobody's saying you can't take a shower. You don't have to.
True.
If you're like, hey, I just want to get in the shower and feel the warm water, you can. I'm
But
picking the shower.
So I'm gonna just throw out there first and foremost. You said you never had to shower, so you always smell clean. That doesn't mean that you don't need to wipe, in my opinion, because of the fact you still go ahead and shit in there. Like that just I
No,
feel
but
But
like
it's
you
not
would be
gonna stink
clean.
though.
Yeah,
It's not
you're
gonna
gonna be clean.
how you
yeah.
gonna be
But if there
clean?
are stains, you're not gonna smell them.
Not the stains, the feeling of shit in your ass cheek. That don't sound
Why would
appealing.
it be there though? Because you're naturally clean if you pick never have to shower.
There's way too many variables into this. I'm just saying that
Bro,
off first off.
like
Moving on.
there isn't.
See,
I
like
feel like
Keith
this is a
understands what
straightforward
I'm
question.
saying.
I feel like that's a straightforward question. It's like if I'm always clean, then like I can't be dirty. So I take the shit. I'm not gonna be dirty.
That's what I'm
It's like
saying.
I'm just covered. Hold on, time out on what I'm about to say. Time out on what I'm about to say. It's like I'm covered with oil, and it.
My man's went to a Diddy party.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said time out on what I'm about to say. But it's how like that. It just flipped. Everything just. Bro. Never mind. Fuck it. stand by what I said. Also, another thing I thought of, because I know someone is gonna misconstrue this. So it's like, would you rather not shower or not shit, right? Someone somewhere is gonna be like, so you'd rather. I was about to say, when you go to the bathroom, you can 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, don't matter. Especially if you're on company time. Oh, you getting a check for that. But I know someone somewhere is gonna be like, so you would rather never shower, and so you'd always rather something come out of you. Okay, someone somewhere is gonna misconstrue that and to make it gay. I just want you to know, whoever does that, you're a terrible person, and you yourself have some things you need to figure out with your life.
What?
Listen, you never know, bro. It's the internet. It will get misconstrued some way, somehow. Especially after I said the baby oil thing. It definitely will be construed.
Like, what makes you? No, never mind. I ain't want to
Aaron,
go
you
down
never
there.
know. You never know. You never know.
What makes
Never
you
know.
think of that? Is my question.
Listen, cause my mind is fucked up.
Yeah, I
Aaron, you
know. I've
have to
been
think
there.
of all the things that can go wrong.
You obviously aren't on the internet like that, Aaron.
I am on the internet, but I don't. No, never mind. He's gonna get further off topic.
What you mean? It's still on topic. We talk about the hypothetical.
No, because the more I go into, I'll be on the internet, but I'm not gonna automatically think that because I said or because something was said about something coming out, somebody somewhere's gonna go, "Oh, you don't want something coming in? Or you want like no? That's not what." There to me, there had no super correlation to it. It's not like you said like, "Oh yeah, like." I want everything to come out of me, nothing to ever come in me. You just said, "Oh, I just want to stay clean." You're like, now somebody somewhere gonna turn this into something nasty. It's like, well, I don't see how they get to that point in time. The way you got to that point didn't make no damn sense itself.
Exactly.
All right.
That's why
Well,
someone else will get to that point.
let's wrap this up because Amber's crashing out back here because there's some clothes, and I asked her to wait, and she's not waiting. So
Crash out Colin, and the missus crash out as well. Well, this has been a very enjoyable episode, gentlemen. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sundays. Thank y'all for whoever. And this has been the pod.
I.
All right, deuces.